Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Conor. Welcome back.
That's right, guys. So we're gonna be talking about something today that
Mhm.
I didn't even know was a thing. Because I watched the trailer same like you guys did, but I didn't do the frame by frame thing. And apparently this was cloaked. This was a cloaked frame, a cloaked scene, a cloaked snippet in that trailer that I didn't know about. So Samuel, it's your turn to tell us all about it.
Yes, well, as we know, as you guys know, the Lower Decks trailer came out. A lot of visual, a lot of great stuff, a lot of things we're looking at on this channel, and I'm sure you've been following, and we've got more to come out too. And I went through and I took literally read every frame as a separate frame, as I want to do, and try to pinpoint the absolute best. And this shot is fun because she's fighting Romulans. What do you know anything about the Romulans apart from their TNG outfits?
Well, it looks like they don't want to have their faces recognized because they've got the black bars.
Which references potentially the chap's genitals that were censored as well. No idea why. A bit weird. Now we know this is a reference. This is the Ryan lady is in the same dress that Crusher, Picard, and Worf were in when they did a stealth mission, so that's a nice little link. So it's obviously stealth mission and cool get to see Romulans. But what drew my attention was the phaser rifle. You know, I'm a big fan of phaser rifles, and we know this thing, this TV show takes place just after Nemesis, but some of its other technology implies that they're using antiquated, at least 5, 10, 15-year-old tech, because they've progressed several generations beyond that point, but we're seeing at least looking to be older. But if you go to the comparison picture, we have a phaser rifle. I'm always keen on phaser rifles, and we always want to give credit to where credit is due. I thought the Picard phaser rifles was great, although very Halo, and any small detail, because as we know, guys, everything on animated is 100% intentional because it has to be. It has to be drawn, sketched, put in, hand etched. A lot of live action stuff, you can accidentally have great things happen that or at least accidental miracle of wow, that's genius. But this is a phaser rifle, and I'll go first. I mean, hell, that's a phaser rifle. I mean, awesome, well done, guys. This is a post TNG thing, and we've had a bit of problem with canon with the last 10 years of Trek. That looks like a phaser rifle.
Yeah, and to be more specific, it looks like the top phaser rifle that you got there, just because of the sight and stuff. And yeah, as far as shapes go, great. I mean, I love that they're doing that. I love that they're, not inventing something new, which is easy to do when you got an animated show.
Yes.
You could have, like, silly-looking new things.
Yep.
No, they're deliberately tying into canon and making this feel TNG. And this is one of those perfect examples of that. Like, this is something that, I don't know how much of a part it plays in this particular episode. Probably quite a bit, because she is, in, like, a stealth gear with it strapped to her back. But it's an attention to detail that I really appreciate. Even the shapes, like on the scope, that notch out, it's the different color, but it's the same shape. There's a lot of subtlety there for just a frame of animation, and I appreciate that.
I mean, what we found with the hand phaser, which go back and look at that, what we sort of came up with is either it's a sort of in-between step and then they're using old tech, or it's their attempt as the animators to say, right, this is the shape, these are the details. Let's flatten it a bit for being 2D, which goes in with the vibe of the entire thing, and simplify it a little bit but keep the lines. And so if you look here, every single detail is still intact. They've just simplified the shapes to allow them to have as much and as little as possible. They've still got the top grooves, 3 little grooves in the top barrel, even though obviously in those other rifles they're much more elaborate. You've still got the groove of we've still got the emitter, the light, sorry, but it's way simpler. But you understand it exactly. It's a good representation. I would have liked if they'd continued the underbarrel. I think having it all one shape does detract a bit. Although it says to me more of a sniper rifle for some reason, like it's got more of a emitter charge thing. That's all I can take from that personally. But great, they'd not use the Nemesis style with a stupid off the rack hunting scope that's chrome and stupid. First Contact is always the best, and this is a great sort of simplified version. It's not quite as good, but when you hit lightning in a bottle, I mean, unless you literally copy it, okay, fine. But as a an other alt, absolutely fine, and really happy to see it.
I don't have a problem with more of a simplified feel on the bottom there, because it could be a newer version of the gun that's just more sleeked out. It could also just be for the animation, the ease of animation, much easier to draw a straight line than a bunch of details. So
yep, which I think is absolutely the case. It was a simple I mean, it's, what's that, like a 30-second drawing? I mean, in a good way.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this is obviously a short video, guys, because it is a TNG rifle.
And I didn't even see it in the trailer, so congrats to you for digging that out.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there is so many visuals in this trailer that hopefully we're giving credit to the producers and directors and such that they put in. Because a lot of fans are just looking at the surface level, just looking at the ship, like being put off by animation style. But when you appreciate the level of a thought that went into this, and it's canon thought, as opposed to reinvent the wheel thought, or reinvent the universe thought that might be great for a new audience, but the new audience probably isn't going to stay around as long as the old audience if you do a good job. That's why we're the old audience. They've stuck around for our entire lives in some of us. So, yeah, good job. It's not as good as first contact rifle, but it is good.
Yes. So, guys, let us know in the comments what you guys think of this rifle. Did you notice it even? And what's with the black bars on the eyes? Speculation? Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts because, I saw that and like, what the hell? But I think it's tied in with the whole blacked out genitalia thing. Anywho. That being said, we're not going to talk about that too much. What do you think about the phaser rifle? Put it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you've clicked the notification bell icon to all so you get notified every time we upload. We're going to have a lot of stuff to break down and little things in the background you might not notice for these kind of breakdowns and discussions, because that's what we love to do here on Trekyards. We love the world of Star Trek, and we want to just talk about every part of it. So if you can join, please do.
Yeah. And money. Patreon, of course, Stuart.
Patreon.
If they want to. It's optional. Everything we make is for free. That's kind of one of our things. But if you can support us, that'd be really, really great, because we can't do this without that support. And some of you do. But if a little bit more of you do, it makes our lives a lot easier. And there's always more shows we want to do that we just can't with the budget currently. So if you want to help us do more, Patreon is a great way, monthly, or join the channel, again, monthly, or one-time donation at trekyards@hotmail.com. That is the PayPal link, again, super great way, or super chat during the lives, and have your direct voice heard, as we have to read out your comment, and that's a great bit of power you guys have, because, hey, you say you love it, you say you hate it, we read it out, and we have a discussion. Easy peasy.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor. Bye, guys.
Talk to you soon.